Hello!
Hello!
And welcome to Fireside Chat number 25, our Silver Jubilee. Silver Jubilee. And I thought we could start by reading out some of the congratulatory Silver Jubilee messages we've received.
Do you think we'll have time?
Well, how many have we got?
I didn't actually receive any. I was waiting for you to bring the ones you've got.
Not a one. Not a single one. 25 episodes for your entertainment, not a single message. It's disgraceful. Yeah. I was going to do an impression of the Queen and everything. I've got the voice down. Yeah. I'm the Queen.
I was going to say, is it similar to your Silly Billy?
I'm for the Queen. Yeah.
Does she drink at Starbucks as well?
Starbucks coffee, yes.
It's uncanny that,
it's
isn't
a go-to impression for all.
You would just imagine Queen
occasions.
Elizabeth II was actually sitting there in
Very respectful. Very respectful.
Entirely. So, what are we going to talk about in number 25? What
I was going to say, we just had a little discussion about the Tricks and the Sticks Facebook page, or Facebook group, I should say, which has grown
enormously,
dramatically over the last couple of months, hasn't it? So
it was always intended to be simply a page that told you the latest things about Tricks in the Sticks, and immediately after the convention it was a forum for all the photographs and the chat that was going on.
It was.
But it's actually changed, and I think for the better, and that it seems now to be a forum for magical things in general.
So far, fingers crossed, it's relatively unmoderated. We've not had to step in. There's a few differences of opinion on there, but they all seem to be settled.
No, I think it's been very good indeed. But it does seem to become a general
sort of children's magic chat forum.
Yeah. So I think what we'll probably do is update the sort of mission statement, which at the moment says that it's for.
Well, it was just somewhere because people were flooding other internet forums with pictures of Tricks in the Sticks, and I felt it was like spamming other forums, so it was a place just to put our talk about that. But no, we've got so much chat going on there. We think we should change the Tricks forum as we're going to rewrite the mission statement and make it a more general children's entertainer forum.
So there we are. But I mean, you're all welcome. If you're not already a member of the Tricks forum, then do please join. It's very easy.
I'm going to pause there for an advertisement break. Well, not really, because there's a couple of reasons I want to take a break here. We are actually going to turn the camera off and turn it back on again. The first, of course, I think people need a little rest from filming, and the second is I can see the battery lights flashing on the camera, and it's going to run out. So we're going to convene again in a couple of seconds when I've plugged it back in, and we'll see you shortly. In the meantime, here's some music. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
We happen to be back.
You enjoyed that. I was just playing a bit of music for Jeremy while we fixed our technical problems there. Fantastic.
Some of you may have actually guessed that the reason for the break is that John's waterworks aren't what they used to be as age begins to take its toll on him. But anyway, we're glad to be back with you. So we were talking about Tricks a few moments ago, and here's something for some of you to ponder. There is an excellent blindfold.
I found this in Jeremy and Cheryl's bedroom, and he's persisting it's a magic prop.
John is now retaliating for the comments.
So now we've got we've got this entire charade to explain why it was there. So okay, continue, Jeremy.
Okay, so this is a magic prop, and it strikes me this has always been used for mentalism, for blindfold car drives. And it strikes me that this actually would have a very good application for children's entertainers. And I think John will tell you that when you first look through it, it really is completely blinding. There is nothing there at all, is there?
No, there's nothing there at all.
However, I think you will find that John is now perfectly capable of picking up this pen if he so wishes.
Which pen? This one?
That one. Exactly. And the piece of paper that's with it.
Hey.
Okay, so this is a means by which you can see perfectly well what is going on, but you could get the children to check it beforehand, and it is an extremely clever prop. One of the things that struck me is that with our old friend the dog, who's going to be appearing a little bit later in this Fireside Chat for another reason, at one point you put a mask on him so that he is hidden to the outside world, and he is cut off from the outside world, and he finds his favourite food. And it struck me that actually, as the operator of the dog, you could do the same yourself, but you can see perfectly well whenever you want to. So that's one way in which I think that you could use it. I also thought that it could be used whereby you've got something on the stage, you are apparently blindfolded and unable to see it, and you're always just about to put a glass of water down somewhere where there is no table. You're always about to walk into some prop, but always
Yeah, you were
just
saying you felt it had
record.
possibilities
I
beyond
do.
the blindfold car drive, the blindfold act, comedy possibilities.
I think it's got great comic possibilities for children's entertainers, so I'm throwing it out as a sort of challenge to see what people can come up with. But I think it's trying to think slightly laterally, or left field as they say these days, whereby you're taking a prop and saying, actually we can find another application for this.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So we're throwing down a challenge, we're throwing down the gauntlet.
we are throwing down the blindfold.
Let's find a new way of using a blindfold.
And we will report on progress. We will expect all our viewers, both of you, to get on to us as soon as you've got some ideas. Okay,
We've been doing some filming today.
we have. It's been one of the hottest days of the year. We've been stuck in our studio.
The studio, yeah.
It was boiling, absolutely boiling.
Like a greenhouse in there.
It isn't
because it is a greenhouse.
It isn't. No, it isn't a greenhouse. It isn't a greenhouse. It might be a garage, but it's not a greenhouse. But it looks like a state-of-the-art studio, if you ignore the paintings.
Yeah.
So we've been doing some filming, and last year John and I did a power presentation on magic painting. It was called Magic Painting But Not As You Know It. And power presentations are 15-minute talks, a bit like the TED Talks.
And this was at Tricks in the Sticks. Tricks in the Sticks 1, the original.
This was at Tricks, and we did 15 minutes talking about different ways of using magic painting. Most people tend to think of magic painting as simply changing from black and white to colour, and obviously it's brilliant for doing that. But we have done a series of little short films this morning showing all sorts of other ways.
I came back from
used.
Kidabra, was 2 years ago, I think it was. Very excited because I'd seen Mike Bent, the marvellous Mike Bent, who'll be lecturing at Tricks and Sticks next year. I'd seen him doing a library routine with a magic painting, which did not involve any colouring of a picture. It was almost a mentalism routine, all to do with books, and it just opened my eyes that you could use this prop for so many things. It's just a transformation of one thing to another, so it could be a mismade effect, it can be and Jeremy came up with loads of ideas based on this, and so we've made the whole presentation available as a video.
And that'll be going up on our website, and we'll probably put it on the Tricks forum as well.
So for those who didn't make it last year, then you can actually watch the whole thing as a video presentation.
I think just before John desperately had to dash to the loo, we were talking about...
It's the camera.
Yes,
And that
of course it was. We were just talking about...
Well, when you reach Jeremy's age,
it's gone
you find the
completely
memory.
from my
Well, we're not turning the camera off now because it's got
I know what
battery.
it was. I know what it was. It's come back to me in a blinding flash. It was that if you're not a member of the Tricks forum, very easy to join. If you are already a member of Facebook, just type in Tricks, Trix, in the Sticks, Stix, and ask to join, and we'll just add you to the ever-growing list.
Growing ever close towards 450 now, I think.
So back to what we were filming this morning. There were a couple of items which are terrific in performance, but not actually very easy to film. One of them would appear to have very little in common with children's entertainers, but it was actually aimed at a difficult age group.
It's the ring.
This is the spirit ring.
Now, Gary's talked to me about this. So Gary Dunn uses this. He's
Yes.
talked to me about this, and it's a marvellous thing for teenagers and that difficult age range where they're growing out of children's magic, kiddie magic,
Yes.
and it's a more dramatic presentation, isn't it?
It is. It's almost it's slightly spooky, I think it's brilliant, and so we filmed that. We didn't have any tweenies, which is the sort of in between.
Well, we had the next best thing.
But we had the next best thing, which was Cheryl and John.
Yeah,
so next best thing. Yeah. So we filmed that, and another one that we've just got new stocks of, which is Magic Marksman. And Magic Marksman is difficult to film simply because you need a fairly large area to do it in that the child is going to be running backwards and forwards, and that is murder to film, particularly if you're filming in our studio.
Without a child.
Without a child as well. And John refused to run backwards and forwards.
And Jeremy doesn't like to waste balloons, so...
So we filmed those.
Not made of money, is he?
we filmed those as well, and by the time you see this, those should be up on our site, and I'll get them in the newsletter.
And Tale of a Cat, I'd never seen Tale of a Cat really perform before.
Why we've never filmed it, I don't know.
I saw Enrique do his version in a lecture at the British Ring Picnic, probably about 30 or 40 years ago. It was
going back some time.
Oh, it is going back some time. And I've seen it. I think I have seen it on Terry Herbert's DVD, but
on the Under Fives DVD.
On the Under Fives
Magic
one,
for
but
Under Fives.
I've never seen it live.
It is very, very good. Extremely visual.
And I think I'd never seen before. I wasn't aware that you sold, which was Rabbit from a Hat.
Oh, the silk.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was quite nice. I like the set of silks. It was very nice and nice plot.
Top hat silk and a little rabbit that pops out of it. Yeah, the plot is very good. You'll see John handling it with expertise.
And we've got this little thing, which was, you'll have seen this kind of thing before. We tried to come up with a presentation which was a little bit beyond the usual. Oh, it didn't even work that time. Have I set it up wrong?
It's very difficult to set up wrong, John.
It is when you've just only... Well, it's because you have to put it the right way round, don't you?
It would help.
Okay. Well, I need another bathroom break. We'll break now. No, we wanted to come up with a presentation which was a little more than doing that. Which is... I'm sure that fooled everybody. But... we wanted to, sometimes things are...
there are two problems with that. One is, where could it come from? It could only have come from the inside of the wand. Secondly, it's one of those tricks that's over in 2 seconds.
And it's never going to be a great fooler, but we tried to come up with a little way of doing it that was would be a nice shouting gag in a kid's show. And I certainly think it's quite colourful and
it is.
Nice.
It's an inexpensive prop, which I think has got a lot of comic potential.
And so easy to set, especially if you hold it the right way around.
Exactly.
I can't believe... Oh, I might be just giving it away. Do you think? Oh dear.
Talking of tricks...
I still can't do it. Beautiful.
Just to show that incompetence strikes even the most able. Anyway, let's move on to somebody who has got some talent. David Oakley.
Yes!
Tell us about this job.
I was lucky enough to work with David, as I do occasionally at Cadbury World in Birmingham, and saw him performing practical effect Too Many Hats, which I actually demonstrated, and the reaction he was getting from the kids was great. Shall we just show a little clip of this? We're going to show a little clip of David performing Practical Magic's Too Many Hats.
So how many rabbits have we got? And how many hats have we got? 3. Very good. Okay, so keep your eye on the rabbit. Can you all see the rabbit? Okay, watch the rabbit. I'm going to turn the rabbit around like this, so keep your eye on the rabbit. Are you watching the rabbit? Okay, so we've got a rabbit. Yeah. Oh no! Turned too many cards over. Sorry boys and girls, we better start again now. I'll turn the hat around like that and we'll turn the rabbit around. So we'll start again. We'll give somebody else a try. I've got 3 hats in the rabbit. What? 3 hats? And a hat? Too many hats? Oh no. How many hats have I got? 4. How many hats should I have? 3. I'll get rid of one. Okay, so we've got 3. I've got a rabbit now. Have you got a rabbit? Rabbit. See if we've got a spare one. Oh yeah! It's okay, I've got a spare one. Okay, so how many rabbits? How many hats? Keep your eye on the rabbit. This time, I'm not going to turn the rabbit around. I'll turn all the hats around instead. So, how many hats? How many rabbits? 5. I better check. So that one's a... Oh yeah. Okay. This one's a... Very good. And that one's... Excellent. So this one must be the rabbit. Yes. So we've got three.
So that was David Oakley with too many hats.
And you'll have seen for yourself the fantastic reaction that he was getting.
And this is here because I'm taking one home with me after watching David. Although don't worry, David, I won't do it at Cadbury World.
Taking two
when
actually.
We're on together. I'm taking two because Tamar wanted one as well. Because when you think about it, that is about double what it'll actually take up in your box, because this has got the DVD in the instructions.
David uses a bag as well, which wasn't in the original instructions.
Yeah, David has a bag, which is great, and in the original instructions you were going underneath the table and coming out.
Or you could reach into the inside jacket pocket we had as well.
Yeah, but David ditches the hats during the course of as you saw in the routine. David, during the course of the routine, the hats pop up. Rabbits turn into hats. You get rid of the hats and introduce a new rabbit, and David dumps all the hats into a bag, and at the end of the routine all the hats disappear, and inside the bag there's the rabbit card, which I mean the trick works itself pretty much, so there's no extras to do. But you put this routine on the website, or
yes,
so it's on, so check it out, because although I've demonstrated it and I've seen it before, watching David do it was strong enough.
If you look on our website under tips and hints, you'll also find that David has written it up for that as well.
Oh, fantastic.
And for those of you who are not aware of tips and hints, it is an area in which people have suggested ideas for practical magic products, and I simply put them on there. Things like how to use Run Rabbit Run. You know the usual problem with Run Rabbit Run, you're holding it like this, and every now and again your hand has to go behind to start moving the bar.
Yeah.
With this version, your hands never leave sight. They are there. And I'm talking about your hands, not a fake hand or something. And yet the rabbit is still running backwards and forwards. So it's a resource on our website. Please use it.
Well, we could put a link to that page on we'll put it here. There's the link. So if you go there, then click there. Click wherever I'm pointing now. Down there somewhere. And that will take you to the right page.
Right, on to the last item. About a year ago, for some reason we couldn't film in here, and I can't remember what it was. We were filming down in the conservatory.
I remember what it was. There was an animal taking up the space. It was lying down.
Oh, it was Toddy.
Toddy was having a little sleep.
Right, well, we've since lost Toddy, I'm afraid. But it was an episode of Fireside Chat, which I was never entirely happy with, so I didn't promote it particularly. I think it's had a few sightings,
and we'll probably take it down because it was too hot for the internet.
But
it was the one where we finally get together, and we felt it was just not too early.
But there was an item on there that I did want to resurrect because I thought it was so good, and this was sent to us by a customer of ours called Jan Eisenbart, and I said that it involved our little friend the dog again. And those of you who have watched the various things that we do on our website will know that I do a sponge ball routine with the dog, where the dog keeps producing a sponge ball in his mouth. One of the problems, though, is getting the first sponge ball in. What I normally do is put it on the table, and when I'm talking to the children, the dog bends down and picks it up. It's just very slightly hit and miss. But Jan Eisenbart sent this brilliant idea where you say that you're going to actually interview the dog, and you've got a little microphone, and you say, right, okay, would you like to say a few words? No, don't sniff it. Don't sniff it. No. He's eaten the microphone. Look, I can't interview you now. Could we please have the microphone back? Can we have the microphone back, please? Thank you. No, don't close your mouth just when I'm going to take it from you. And now you can go into that
into the never-ending sponge ball. It's a great way of getting it logical, and it was a shame that it was on a Fireside Chat we didn't push or promote, and it didn't get many views. So if you have seen that before, we apologise. But
I did want to reach a wider audience.
Yeah, we felt it hadn't been viewed because we didn't push that one at all.
A black sponge ball. It doesn't have to be black. You could use a bright yellow one. A little piece of tubing, hollow tubing. Just
plastic tube.
Stick it inside. and you've got a microphone.
I'm very funny gag, the eating the microphone. I think it's great.
So thank you very much to Jan Eisenbart, and as we would always say, if you've got any ideas for practical magic products, please send them in. They may spawn a completely separate routine, or they may be simply something.
And you may get mentioned on Fireside Chat.
Well, exactly. Or we may just put it
Immortality.
onto the hints and tips section. So there we are. That was our Silver Jubilee
episode.
And it'll be back to the mundane next time with just episode 26. Boring old
Episode
episode
26. But we're looking forward to episode 50, our Golden Jubilee. So get those testimonials and messages coming in.
All right.
In advance. So thanks very much for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.